You've certainly been busy and have had a chance to connect with a number of individuals within the organization in the brief time that you've been there. Any key insights or learnings or things that have either surprised you or you are excited about?
Well, I'm pretty excited about most of it, actually. I'm really happy that I've had the chance to meet with so many of the team members early, both through site visits in Basel and Welland, and also, of course, here in South San Francisco. The team is really large and diverse, and so just getting to know the different groups and what they do has been a really important first step for me. But beside that, just the sheer amount of information, I've had a really positive reception. The group is incredibly friendly and welcoming. They're excited about what they do and proud of what they do, which is great. But it's also just really nice for me as someone who's learning about it to experience that real warmth and energy from the team.
Great. So certainly as region head of Europe, you have extensive experience connecting with individuals globally. PDG is a smaller organization compared to what you were leading, but can you share some of your ideas and thoughts of how you're going to connect with individuals within PDG, recognizing both the global organization and even the complexity and size within each campus?
Yeah, so I wish there were a magic solution that let me be everywhere at once, because actually the most rewarding part of leading a group like this is to be able to connect with the individuals. Unfortunately, of course, we haven't invented that magic transporter device just yet. So instead, it's really just about making sure that every time I'm in a geography where I can get access to the people in the team, I will. I think vehicles like town hall meetings are really important for me to provide information, but also for people to have the chance to ask questions and really interact. And then beyond that, it's videos, it's emails, it's every way that I can to make sure I'm providing the information and context that people want out to the organization, recognizing that we are pretty dispersed and it's a big group of people.
Right. Well, I know people are eager to meet you, so I know there's a long line, but it's nice to have the ability to connect with you, at least over video and then through these town halls. So that's great.
Thank you.
So you recently asked the organization to help contribute to our purpose statement. Can you just talk a little bit about why that's important and what you're hoping to achieve out of that?
Yeah, so from the groups that I've worked with before, it's always been very important that we have a shared sense of purpose and identity. It's a theme that's actually come up time after time for groups. And so I really like to focus on that early on. The most important part of it, though, is to make sure I'm capturing the sense from the organization of what their purpose is and what really speaks to them to help them be motivated and aligned in the work that we do. So by asking the group for their input, I'm really hoping that we can put together a very short but high-impact statement that lets us all have a shared sense of our direction. Why are we doing what we do? In just a few words. That allows us to share it with each other, but also to share it with others, with people that we work with. And in general, that just helps you align and run in the same direction. Such a simple thing, but it really can be quite powerful.
I think that you will get a lot of ideas, and I know I'm really looking forward to having that shared purpose that we not only can rally around within PDG, but as you said, people outside of PDG really understand what are we contributing to and how are we making a difference for patients. So I think it's going to be great. So in addition to purpose, having a purpose statement, certainly culture plays into that as well. So share a little bit about how important the culture is within PDG.
Yeah, a shared culture is also really an important driver of the way organizations can perform, actually. And often we have a culture that wasn't put there on purpose. It just develops over time. So it's good to sometimes pause and say, what culture do we have and what culture do we need? Where culture is the way that we behave, it's the how. How do we interact with each other? What do we reward? What do we focus on in our behaviors? Taking a moment to pause and really assess that together, I think, is incredibly powerful for an organization. It ties to the purpose, it ties to that sense of identity, but it articulates in much more detail how we'll work together. So that's something else we can do this year together, is really assess that current state, assess our desired future state, and figure out what will it take for us to really be, again, running in the same direction, the same way, with that same sense of what is valued.
Well, it's certainly exciting and a lot to look forward to.
Thanks, Laura.
Thanks for taking the time to chat with me, Jennifer.
Well, thank you. I'm glad we were able to talk today, and I'm sorry I couldn't be with the team for the meeting, but at least we had a little chance to spend some time, and I want to wish all of you a really great session this week.